So I've been in a calorie deficit for 4 or 5 months and I started seeing progress and all of a sudden the needle stopped moving. Why is that? Now I've gotten this question a few times in my DMs and I thought I'd answer this question. Now there's two things that might be going on. Now one thing that's going on is you might need to recalculate your calorie deficit. I always tell people take 15 times your current body weight, reduce that number by 400 for a moderate deficit or 500 or 600 for a more aggressive deficit. That should give you the appropriate amount of calories you should be consuming on a daily basis to lose body fat. I would recommend adjusting the calorie deficit like every 15 pounds you lose. You want to go back to that calculation that I gave you and then reassess. Now, the second thing you got to worry about is adaptation, right? As human beings, we become adapted to certain things that we're used to doing quite often, right? So you got to throw yourself off that cycle of adaptation. Now, there's this term in the fitness industry called deloading. Deloading is basically when your body hits a certain plateau as far as lifting weights, you take a week off from lifting and then you come back the next week much stronger because it gives your body that much time to recover and also to get out of that adaptation phase, right? Same thing applies with your diet, but with your diet, it's called a refeed week, right? Now, when you refeed, basically when you've been on a calorie deficit for, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months, it just depends on the person. When you notice that you've plateaued and you're not seeing any weight come off, you wanna take a refeed week. Now, refeed week means that you go back to maintenance. Now, remember that calculation that I've given you in a couple videos. Now that calculation gives you the amount of calories you should be consuming on a daily basis to lose body fat. But how do you maintain your current physique? You want to take 15 times your current body weight. That gives you your maintenance amount of calories. That should be the amount of calories you should be consuming on a daily basis to maintain your current physique. You don't want to go above that, right? Because if you go above that, you're in a surplus. If you go below that, you're in a deficit, but you don't have to be on the money. You just have to be somewhere around that range. So yeah, if you notice that you've completely plateaued in your fitness and fat loss journey, make sure that you start a refeed week. So a full week of just eating at maintenance, and then the next week you go back to your deficit. But yeah, that is basically all I got for you. I hope this video helps you on your fitness and fat loss journey. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.